Hello and welcome to this presentation about the challenges of entrepreneurship and innovation in a STEM pathway. I'm Dr. Alison Calvert and I'm joined today by my colleague Dr. Susan Doherty, and we are both from the School of Biological Sciences. The need for entrepreneurs and innovators has never been greater as the world rises to the challenges of tackling climate change and the need to implement and deliver the UN SDGs. Indeed, Alison stated that entrepreneurship and innovation are potential instruments to provide real solutions for both local and global challenges of the 21st century. Entrepreneurship is considered one of the most important topics at universities worldwide, and according to STEPS-JAR, the skills can be gained through instructions, and indeed an entrepreneurial mindset can be developed. Certainly here at Queen's, the university has been recognised for both its entrepreneurial impact and for commercialising research, which is truly inspiring. However, in a very recent independent strategic review of the Northern Ireland agri-food industry, Sir Peter Kendall concluded that Northern Ireland does not have a culture which supports entrepreneurship and innovation. This conclusion was both disappointing and shocking to read. The Northern Ireland agri-food industry employs more than 25,000 people and is of significant economic importance for this region. Many of our graduates from the School of Biological Sciences enters this industry. As a result of this review, we have to ask the question, if entrepreneurship and innovation is recognised as very important within the university and indeed within our school, what is going wrong that one of our largest industries is not reflecting that? As a case study, I would like to discuss how entrepreneurship and innovation is incorporated into 3 STEM pathways within the School of Biological Sciences. Business Innovation and Entrepreneurship is a Level 3 module that is compulsory for all food quality, safety and nutrition students, all environmental management students and all agricultural technology students. This is a business model centric module using the business model canvas that requires the student groups to develop an innovative business idea to tackle any one of the UN SDGs. This is the only module that these 3 pathways take that includes entrepreneurship and innovation teaching. The problem identified by the module team was that students were failing to understand the relevance and importance of entrepreneurship and innovation to their specific degree pathways. Their degrees are science-based and they weren't appreciating that entrepreneurship and innovation is applicable to all industries regardless of position within the companies. From previous years' module evaluations, it was evident that students were going through the motions of this module without truly engaging meaningfully with the content. This in turn was limiting their entrepreneurial ability and expectations from the very start of the module, which is disappointing to see as educators. There's no doubt about it that this module does push students outside of their comfort zone, but surely that is a good thing in final year before they actually enter the world of work. We were aware of how students felt about the module as they had voiced their concerns in previous annual MEQs. As can be seen, one environmental management student felt that the module was not appropriate to their degree at all, whilst another was somewhat cynical as to why entrepreneurship is even being taught at university within their pathway. I would now like to hand over to my colleague Susan, who will discuss the approach that us as a module team took to improve our business innovation and entrepreneurship module.
Thank you, Alison. Hello, everyone. So taking on board the problem from both the side of the academic team and the students, we proposed a solution that involved an innovative pilot for this academic year. So what we decided to do was to introduce an employer seminar which would take place on day 1 of week 1 of the new semester, and entrepreneurs relevant to all of the 3 pathways mentioned by Alison, so agricultural technology, food quality, safety and nutrition and environmental management. Relevant entrepreneurs were invited to take part, And we decided to use, because this was still taking place during the pandemic, to use a dual approach in terms of delivery. So some of our entrepreneurs actually came in and delivered face-to-face sessions as part of the seminar, and those were interspersed with recorded interviews by other entrepreneurs. And this meant that even the live interviews were recorded and could be posted to Canvas afterwards, and that was very heartening to see that the students were able to reflect on those experiences from the seminar and actually use that information in their assignments they were submitting later on in the semester. So it allowed a lot of time for reflection and learnings to be applied. So in terms of the different types of companies that were involved, you can see that we invited a wide range of companies to contribute, and that meant that it appealed to all the 3 disciplines within the classroom. So a wide range of businesses from food, agriculture and the environment side of things. And then on the next slide, we've got some photographs to show you of the speakers who came in and delivered the live face-to-face sessions. So we've got Chris Wilson from Moo to You at Streamvale Farm and Alison Abernethy from Abernethy Butter, and both were very inspiring speakers for the students and the staff alike. And then you can also see another picture with some of the other speakers involved as well, along with Alison on the left. So we had speakers from Titanic Denim, so Maureen and Caro. We had Julie McFarland from Purple Earth and George Brownlee from Farm Vet Systems, as well as speakers online from Glambia Cheese, Lidl NI, Food Cloud and Zoetis Incorporated. And after the students had watched the online presentations or listened to the in-person speakers, we very much encouraged them to reflect on 2 points. First of all, which speaker they'd find most inspiring and why. And secondly, how could they then apply these things and what does it take to be a successful entrepreneur? And I think genuinely from our staff team point of view, it was a very, very inspiring day. A tiring but inspiring day, I think was the way to put it. So we then decided to do some evaluation in terms of the students' perspectives. Now, some of the slides that you're going to see coming up next, this was completely unsolicited feedback from students on a Friday evening sent in via email. And I guess whenever you see feedback coming from students on a Friday evening and you haven't necessarily asked for it at that stage, then you know that they do have a really strong opinion to pass back to you. And thankfully, the opinions were extremely positive. So you can see one of the environmental management students sent in the comment, "Thank you so much for that amazing class. I can safely say that that was the best welcome back after the past 2 years." And that was very gratifying from 2 points of view, I suppose. First of all, that they'd really enjoyed the content of the day, but secondly, that they really enjoyed being back in face-to-face teaching. So then from another discipline in the class, food quality, safety and nutrition, also via email on a Friday evening, I thoroughly enjoyed today's seminar with the different entrepreneurs. I am now feeling extremely motivated and looking forward to getting stuck into this module. So I think there was a general feeling in the room, a buzz and an anticipation, and very much a motivational day to get the students started off on the right track in week 1 of the 12 teaching weeks. And then we had another comment came in through the module evaluation questionnaires, and I think this is a very powerful one. It's the module I didn't know I needed to have within my discipline of environmental management. It has been incredible. And I think because that particular cohort of students in that environmental management pathway had in previous years maybe not felt engaged as part of this module, I think that that was one of the most powerful pieces of feedback that we actually got, and it was very gratifying to see that our pilot had been successful. And then I think we've another one from a module evaluation. So the seminar was excellent, one of my favourite in my whole time at university. And when you think back that at this stage, these students had been with us for nearly 3 years, that was a very nice piece of feedback to get. And then this, it opens you up to the possibility of entrepreneurship. Something I wouldn't have previously considered or thought of was in the realms of capabilities. So in terms of future planning, this person, it's given them the confidence to move forward. So excellent pieces of feedback coming back. And I think that wasn't just from the student point of view, but also from the staff point of view as well. So I think Alison's now going to talk to you about the academics perspective.
Thank you, Susan. So it was very evident that our pilot seminar had been very popular with the students. We could certainly see how the entrepreneurs had made their personal experiences, warts and all, very relevant and interesting to the students. The students were definitely inspired by the entrepreneurs and truly engaged with the module compared to previous years. And this was very much evidenced throughout the module and particularly in the end of module assessments. Rather than just repetition of entrepreneur and innovation theory, we were actually seeing real application and genuine understanding in their assessments. This was a significant improvement, there was a significant improvement in overall module scores as well, which was supported by numerous positive comments, which Susan has talked about a snapshot of those. So certainly for the whole module team, this was very rewarding to read and to see. And it gave us a feeling of satisfaction, and we felt that yes, that this indicated that the students definitely had a much better student experience in this module compared to previous years. So upon review, we can conclude that this pilot seminar was a success, and it is certainly going to become an annual feature at the start of our academic year. And I should say that our speakers, they enjoyed it equally as much as our students, and we received a lot of positive comments back from them, and their willingness to be involved in future years is amazing, and we really appreciate and value their time and their input. However, we are aware that we can't rest on our laurels. We need to review and enhance other aspects of the module so that we can really deliver graduates with a truly entrepreneurial mindset. But to do that, we have to educate with an entrepreneurial mindset as well. So as for the agri-food industry, and indeed other industries that our graduates will be entering later this year, we certainly feel that our class of 2022 have truly been excited and inspired by their entrepreneurs that they've had contact with, and they will be much more aware of this as a potential career. Certainly their employability skills have been well enhanced, and I do believe that we, amongst this cohort, we have entrepreneurs and innovators and leaders of the future who will help tackle our local and global problems. And they will be able to make that meaningful and real change on a local and global level. Thank you very much for joining us today. Full reference details are available here should you wish to read those. Thank you.
Thank you.